Okay. Hello to everyone. My name is Gioacchino, and I work in the INFN in Bari. Uh, Today, I will present you how to deploy an openEO platform using the Indigo PaaS Orchestrator. Okay. Let's start. The first step is to connect to this website, indigo-pass.cloud.ba.infn.it, and then click on login. Here, you should select AGI check-in. And here, select your academic or social account. In my case, is the INFN. Okay, now I will put my credential, and now this is what you can see after the authentication phase. Here you can see the orchestrator is able to deploy for you a virtual machine, Docker Compose, and other stuff. In this case, I will show you how to deploy an openEO platform. So just click on the configure button in the openEO platform box. In this page, you should put all the required information useful for the orchestrator to deploy the service. In the first box, just put a description of the deployment. In this case, I can choose my openEO platform. Here you can put any password you like. I can choose, for example, super secret. Just show you that one. In the second box, it's the place where you can put the layer catalog configuration URL. This URL should point to a JSON file. In this case, is cscale underscore layer catalog.json. In the third and fourth boxes, we should put the DNS name and the secret token. These two fields is possible to create by clicking on this link. Okay. In this place, we could create a dynamic DNS name for AGI. So just login here and select the AGI login with the AGI account. That's it. Now overview and add host. In the name field, we can choose whatever name we like. I can choose, I don't know, my openEO demo. In the domain field, you have a list of domains, and in this case, we should select the last one, the test.fedcloud.u. In this case, and then create. Now the page generate the host secrets and the host name, the DNS name. And we should copy these two information in that form. So my DNS name is my opendemo.test.fedcloud.u. So I come in the Indico PaaS Orchestrator form and I type my DNS name. Okay. Now I can copy the secret here, as you can see. On the certificate issuer, just select let's encrypt -staging. In the email field, you can type your email in order to let the orchestrator notification you as well as the deployment is ready. So in this case, I can put my email. So the number of nodes. So in this last fields, you select the parameter of the Kubernetes cluster. We advise to use at least 3 nodes for the Kubernetes cluster, 4 CPU for each node, and 8 GB of RAM. For the master, for the VM hosting the Kubernetes master, we also advise to select the large flavor. And that's it. In advanced tab, I will not touch anything, just to show you that this is the box you can choose to be notified or not when the deployment is completed. Just now, we could submit the deployment. Okay. As you can see, the deployment is started, but it requires a lot of time to finish. So I prepared another deployment in order to see which information it provides you. We can access to that information by clicking on the deployment identifier. Here you can see just the general information, like the status, when it has been created and where is has been deployed. And the output values are provide the Grafana endpoints that useful to show the metrics in real time regarding the pods and the Kubernetes cluster. The Grafana username, admin, the information to access to the dashboard of Kubernetes cluster. Next, the the private key to access to the machine of the cluster. This is the virtual machine of the Kubernetes master. This is the public IP. The username to use is cloud ADM. And finally, the openEO endpoint used to submit job. But I want to show you each of this link. The first one is the Grafana one. Okay. Here we can put the username that is admin. And here the super secret password. Okay, is Grafana, and by clicking in this place, you can see all the provided dashboard. Of course, you can create another dashboard if you want. By clicking on the first one, you can see the information about the memory usage, the CPU usage, and the file system usage of the cluster. And here also the trend along time. So the pod memory usage, the pod's CPU usage, and the network. In the second one, you can see more information about the VM and the pod's resource usage. In this case, again, the CPU and the RAM, the CPU usage of the virtual machines, and of the pods in running, and also the memory information of the virtual machine and pods. In the last row, you can see the information about the collectors. And that's it. Now, the endpoint to the Kubernetes dashboard. Here, again, the super secret password. Okay, so in this case, we should select the namespace, all the namespaces. Okay, so we can see the information of all pods that are running. And to obtain more detailed information of pods, just click here in pods. So you can see also in this interface, web interface, the CPU usage and the memory usage overall and of each pods. Of course, we can get specific information of the pods by clicking on the name, like the label, the name, UID, and the virtual machine where is running. The last endpoint I want to show you is the openEO endpoint, that by clicking on it, if is it working, you should see as in this case a JSON format information. And that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. That's very interesting and concise. Is there anybody in the audience with questions for the speaker? Has anybody followed the steps? I was actually focusing on following your steps. I didn't try the steps myself, but I will try as well after the tutorial today. Okay, that goes quick. I was expecting you to take more time. Maybe if we have a bit of more time and there are no other questions about the deployment, we can also show, well, we can explain that this is the deployment for openEO backend, but also the same PaaS Orchestrator can be used to deploy Kubernetes, virtual Kubernetes cluster alone, so you can deploy on top of it what you need, or you can even deploy an easy virtual machine on it. There are other recipes, and the openEO backend is one of the templates available, but there are other templates as well. So that's another good thing to know. In case you want to, for example, in your use case in CSK, you want to deploy your own virtual machines, rather than going to OpenStack directly, you could come to the PaaS Orchestrator and deploy a virtual machine. Yes, exactly. Going to that menu.
That's good. And just put the needed information. So in this case, for the virtual machine, it just needs the flavor, the operating system, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
please.
To publish this video, because I still have to register to this openEO platform thing, so I could not follow now what you were doing, and I would like to do that then afterwards once my registration is accepted.
Yes, we will upload the recording to YouTube, so you can follow the steps again.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, well, I guess I think you have the option to speak up if you want. Yeah, please feel free to open your mic and discuss.
Thanks, Sebastian. Yeah, I think we have a locked state for all these items. So I don't know if there's anything additional we need to configure in advance for our account.
You mean when you go to the, okay, so in this screen you don't see you see them locked basically.
Yep.
Here. Maybe we need to configure your access to the access VO, but also we'll get this configured to one of the CSK virtual organizations. So for example, there should be one which is eval.csk.eu. We can then give you access and share with you the instructions on how to join and configure that for you. So again, you can repeat the steps.
Great.
But basically, yes, you are right. By default, maybe, yeah, you cannot follow. You need to apply for access. And I can, after the meeting, I can share an email with instructions on how to get access to the virtual organization. Okay, well, I think if there are no other questions, we have half an hour left, so maybe we can simply close the meeting earlier and take some time back. So, do you want to comment something else?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you very much again for your time and for preparing the demo. I'll share the instructions on how to join to the virtual organization later on. And I'll stop the recording right now. Let me me see.